So I hit record and then I started adjusting lights. Anyway, let's get into this one. What's up, everyone? Thanks for jumping in and clicking on this video. I really appreciate the views and you coming with me on this weird journey dealing with music. This week is kind of different. It's kind of a review, but really it's not. Basically, about a week ago or so, Neely and Shawn Crowder, Ben Levin, Aimee Nolte, Justice Cal, David Bruce Composer, Tantacrul, 12-Tone, David Bennet Piano, 8-Bit Music Theory put out a video called Making Advanced Kids Music, Odd Meters, Metric Modulation, etc. The short version of this is they put together this album called Tuplets for Toddlers. First off, because I want to make sure I get to the point, it's an interesting album. I think you should check it out. I think everybody should listen to it. I think it has some really interesting music there. Just to kind of give the brief seconds or what I think this album is about, is essentially they got together with the premise of making children's music more advanced. Being able to take the everyday songs that we really know and love and basically, what if you did interesting things with meters and rhythms and polyrhythms and odd time signatures and strange modulations and additive time signatures, and just took these songs, these relatively simple songs, to the next level. It was also for charity. I don't know if I said it was for charity. It's on Bandcamp. I'll leave the link in the description. If you listen to the album, some of the songs are really cool. And I kind of I say that's really cool because I was listening to it in the car with my wife and my youngest son, and he really started jamming with some of them, and it was really cool. And he said there were a couple of them that he just didn't get. I'm a music nerd. I may not be the best musician there is, but I am kind of a nerd, and I do enjoy all of these weird things. It's fascinating to me. My wife does not. So her listening to this music kind of gives you a perspective where it's like, man, this is just weird. And it kind of just didn't sit right because she didn't really get why it was cool. And I think that's kind of the point. If you look through the comments on Adam's original video, you see lots of accolades about, this was the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was actually stunning. As someone who makes kids music full time, I struggle to express just how utterly delightful to see a gaggle of my fave YouTubers composing funky jams using these tunes I listen to every day. I mean, these are the kind of comments that you're getting on this video. What's interesting to me, though, is that these are the kind of comments you're getting on this video from people who like watching these kind of videos. And I think that's an important distinction to make there. I encourage you, and I'm going to link to the video, I'll link to the album. I mean, check it out. I'm really interested to see, how people react to it. I really want to know what people think of this. I'm going to give you my opinion of it right now without going song by song and meter by meter and talking about all the cool things there. I do think it is a very cool, very well done, well produced album. And I think it accomplishes its goal of taking simple songs and adding flavor to them for one reason or another. I don't like them. And I think the main thing that happens there is I don't fully get why. How about that? Maybe that's the statement. That's the angle, the rub. These songs are pretty well known. I mean, everybody's heard them, everybody's sung them, or had them sung to you. They're still pretty old and pretty straightforward songs. And it just seems like there's a lot of new flavors and customizations that have been done to them, especially in this context where we're doing really advanced placement, musical, theorizing stuff to these really simple songs. And I think in doing that, you lose what the song was supposed to be about. Now, granted, you talk about something like Ring Around the Rosies, Pocket Full of Posies, Ashes, Ashes, We All Filed Down. I mean, I think we're a long way from The Plague that may not be as meaningful to us today in the present time. Well, it's a different plague. It's a different plague. Or with the London Bridge falling down. I mean, it's a reference to something that okay, we have really dark, scary, horrifying children's songs, and so I think the original meanings for a lot of these have long since been lost or obscured by time. But they were simple songs, musically. Anyway, let me do a different comparison here. About a month ago, Charles Cornell did a video about the intricate music found in a particular children's television show that, when you think about it, really did have very intricate music. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. What's fascinating about his analysis of the music as a jazz pianist and all of the music that's there, if we've ever heard the actual music that was played on the show, it was pretty intricate from a musical standpoint, but nobody noticed because we just listened to the words of the song. We just listened to Fred Rogers. We just watched the show. And I'm assuming that a lot of people who are watching this video may at least know who Mr. Rogers was or saw that movie with Tom Hanks. I think we missed how intricate that music was, and it wasn't until I watched that video that he pointed out that, oh yeah, that was pretty jazzy piano. And he talks about the original composer and how he was a really talented musician that nobody knows because he played on the kids show. And I think ultimately that's where I think we get lost. There's good children's music that is really intricate, like we get on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, versus children's music that has been enhanced for the sake of enhancing it, not for any other reason. Not necessarily to make it better, but it's advanced. I get the idea that, hey, if we can, that children would understand and learn these complex theories and musical ideas. That isn't the issue. I almost feel like it'd be better accomplished by making new songs for children that are very intricate. Because ultimately, I think when it comes down to it, when we're thinking of the song and we're thinking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we're really just thinking of that very simple melody in the background. And when you take it around and put it through all the ringers and modulations and things like that, you lose that simple childhood thing that we all remember. But a different song that may be aimed at younger listeners, but is still intricate, could be so much more powerful, so much more moving. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna say it again, listen to the album, check it out, hear the different tones, because it is very, very cool what they accomplished. I don't want to detract from that at all. It is very cool. I just think for me, it would have been cooler for them to write new songs for children that are advanced. Tell me what your thoughts are. Hit me up on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, send me a message. Let me know what you think about this. Have you even thought about this concept? How does music fit in your life? How do you think music fits in your kid's life? Anyway, that's all for this week. I'll see you in the next one.
If you like this video, like and subscribe.